Hey guys, welcome to the Automation Academy. In last video, we saw what an API is. In this video, let's get started with the two most important architectural styles of API, that is SOAP and REST. So let's get started with the SOAP. In SOAP API, a client will send a request to the server and receive a response in format of XML. For that to happen, first of all, server needs to publish a WSDL document. WSDL stands for Web Services Description Language. It contains all the information that server can provide. All the services server can provide, that information is contained within this WSDL document. And server can publish this WSDL document to the repository called UDDI. UDDI stands for Universal Description, Discovery and Integration. Server will publish this WSDL here and client can find this WSDL document, and WSDL is of the format of XML only, and send a request to the server in form of XML. What is the format of this request? Format of the request is like this. You can see it here. There are three main components, guys. First is envelope, header and body. What is envelope? Envelope will tell that, boss, this message is of format SOAP. Okay, that's what the envelope will tell. And the header will contain information like authentication data, metadata, which is very crucial for a request. It will tell information about the request itself. And body is actual payload, the actual message which is being transmitted to the server. The response which server is sending is of the same format, similar format like request. It is also having an envelope, header and body. Okay, compared to the rest, SOAP is little bit heavyweight. Why? Because it is following a specific messaging structure, where in REST, if we see, the client will interact with server in form of HTTP methods like get, post, put, delete. And in REST, everything which is present on the server is called resources. Everything is a resource, guys. May it be text, image or media, everything is a resource, and we can identify these resources by means of URI. URI is Uniform Resource Identifier. So once you have an URI, you can identify this resource. May it be a text, image or media, anything which is present on server can be identified by using URI. Okay, and client will send a request. Once it has an URI, get, it's an HTTP method, get plus URI, then it will receive a response. Response from the server will be in the format of either XML or JSON. Okay, now you need to understand some few more important stuff about REST APIs. In REST API, server will not store anything about the client. It is called statelessness. Whenever a client is sending a request, it should contain all the information about what it wants, and it should contain all the information, guys, so that once the request is came to the server can process it and send back a response. There should not be anything additional required. Everything should be contained in the request itself. That is called statelessness. And in REST, everything is a uniform interface, means there should be a uniform way to interact with any application or server which is present. This is called uniform interface. And there is also a concept called caching. Now we are sending a request and we are receiving a response. That response which we are getting could be cached, so that instead of sending a request next time directly to the server, we can make use of that cached data, and that will result in faster execution. REST always follows client and server architecture, guys, and there could be a multiple layers in REST architectural style. Multiple layers means between client and server there could be a multiple intermediate servers. Now here there could be another server standing here, but this client will only know about this next immediate layer, means this server. If this server is internally getting some data from another server and sending a response back, client will not be able to have any visibility on any other third-party server present lying here. So that is called intermediate layers. So these are the few more things which you guys need to understand. We discussed about uniform interface, statelessness, cacheable client server architecture, and layered system. And code on demand. Code on demand means server can also provide executable code to the client. That could be a Java servlets or server-side scripts that could be sent to the client on demand basis. Now let's look at this high level understands what get, post, put, and delete means. Simply, get means retrieving a resource, as it itself says, right? Get means I want to get something. Post means I want to create something, creating a new resource. And put means I'm going to update the resource. Whenever I say put, whatever resource is present, I'm going to update the complete resource itself. Okay. And when I talk about the patch doesn't completely updates the resource. It just updates the part of the resource. Okay. And delete means we can delete the complete resource. We are going to look at in detail about all of these methods. I just wanted to have you understand these things on a high level. You understood? Get means reading, retrieving the resource. Post means creating a new resource. Put is for updating. And if when we are updating some resource and that resource is not present on the server, it will create a new resource, guys, in case of put. Okay. So that's the basic stuff. So if you look at the high level about REST and SOAP, REST will not follow any specific standards or protocols, but SOAP has a specific standards. SOAP standards, envelope, header, and actual body, right? So SOAP is a heavyweight and REST is a lightweight. So if this is an envelope, this is just a postcard, guys. So yeah, thank you for this. Thank you for your time. I'll see you in next video, and we are going to have a deep dive on all of these things.